The Whispering Woods. In the heart of the Appalachian Mountains lay a dense forest known as Whispering Woods, a place shrouded in mystery and darkness. Legend had it that those who entered never returned the same, if at all. It was a moonless night when Sarah, a curious and adventurous soul, ventured into these haunted woods. Sarah's footsteps echoed softly on the forest floor as she made her way deeper into the darkness. The trees seemed to lean in closer, their branches twisting into grotesque shapes, casting eerie shadows that danced in the dim moonlight. Despite the warnings from the locals, Sarah was determined to unravel the secrets of Whispering Woods. As she walked, strange noises surrounded her. A rustle of leaves, a distant howl, and whispers that seemed to come from nowhere. Ignoring the growing unease in her heart, Sarah pressed on, her flashlight cutting through the thick fog that hung in the air. Hours passed, and Sarah realized she was lost. Panic began to claw at her chest as she frantically searched for any familiar landmark. That's when she heard it. The sound of a child crying. Heart pounding, she followed the sound deeper into the woods, each step heavier than the last. The crying led her to a small clearing where an old, decrepit cabin stood, its windows shattered and door ajar. Without thinking, Sarah stepped inside, the air heavy with the scent of decay and despair. It was then that she saw her, a young girl huddled in the corner, her eyes filled with terror. "Please help me," the girl whispered, her voice barely audible over the howling wind outside. Sarah's instincts told her to run, to flee from this nightmare, but something compelled her to stay. Ignoring the warning bells in her mind, she approached the girl, her flashlight illuminating the darkness around them. "I'm Sarah. What's your name?" she asked gently, trying to calm the trembling child. The girl hesitated before whispering, "Ella." Ella's story unfolded in fragments. A family picnic gone wrong, a game of hide and seek that led her deep into Whispering Woods, and a darkness that seemed to swallow her whole. Sarah's heart ached for the girl, and she promised to help her find her way back home. Together, they ventured out into the night, the forest alive with unseen eyes watching their every move. As they walked, the paranormal activity intensified. Ghostly figures darted between the trees, whispers grew louder, and shadows seemed to reach out for them. Sarah's rational mind battled with fear as they navigated through the horrors of the woods. At one point, they stumbled upon an ancient graveyard, tombstones weathered with age and secrets long forgotten. The air was thick with sorrow, and Sarah could feel the weight of 100 restless souls pressing down on her. But Ella urged her on, her small hand clutching Sarah's tightly. "We're almost there," she whispered, her voice filled with determination. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they reached the edge of Whispering Woods. The first light of dawn was breaking through the trees, chasing away the darkness that had held them captive. Sarah turned to Ella, a smile of relief on her face. "We made it," she said, her voice filled with disbelief and gratitude. But as Sarah looked back at the woods one last time, she saw something that chilled her to the core. A figure standing among the trees, its eyes glowing with malevolence. It was as if Whispering Woods itself was alive, watching, waiting. Ella's grip tightened on Sarah's hand, and together they stepped out of the forest, leaving behind the horrors they had faced. But Sarah knew that Whispering Woods would always be a part of her. a reminder of the thin line between curiosity and danger, reality and nightmare. As they walked away, the forest fell silent, as if holding its breath, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to wander into its depths. And somewhere in the distance, a faint whisper echoed through the trees, a warning, a promise, a curse. As Sarah and Ella emerged from the depths of Whispering Woods, the horrors they faced remained etched in their memories. But for others who dare to venture into those haunted woods, the darkness and paranormal activity continue to lurk, waiting to ensnare the unwary. Join us next time for more spine-chilling tales and haunted encounters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest in horror. Until then, beware the whispers in the night, for Whispering Woods hold secrets that should never be unearthed. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the world of horror, darkness is never truly defeated. Good night, if you can sleep.